deck. Penis.
Testes.
The fourth wall.
Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? Oh man, I wasn't supposed to do that. What is up, everybody? Sean Escudero.
What's up? It's three children reviewing AEW Dynamite.
Mommy, I hate this place. No,
we are Marks.
We are Marks, and we're here to cover AEW Dynamite. May 15th, 2024.
May the 15th be with you.
What were y'all feeling about this show overall? How are we feeling?
Raw.
What show?
You said it was real raw.
The show overall, my friend.
I don't know. There was wrestling. There was fighting.
There's some grapplers. Some things
There were
happening.
people. There was
Also
an audience. Yeah, there's men. And there were meat planets.
What's happening?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Your sponsors.
Nick, what did you think of tonight's episode?
I don't know what Caesar's talking about.
I have a damn clue. I'm trying to smoke what he's smoking.
Hey, listen, this was another fun Dynamite. We've had better ones out there, but I dig the way that we were going from point A to point B when it came down to getting stuff set up and ready to go for Double or Nothing.
Agreed. I agree with that. I think when it comes to the way the show is flowing, everything is actually flowing really well. It wasn't like it was an incredible, oh my God, you have to watch this episode of Dynamite. There was nothing wrong with it. Everything did what it was supposed to do. I think I liked pretty much every segment, and even the I wouldn't say the worst. That's a weird word to use when I feel this way. But even the one segment that I thought was lesser than the others was still pretty fucking good. So, yeah, man, pretty decent episode of Dynamite. But we might as well get into the main event, flat out. Talk about some specific shit. AEW Continental Championship. Kazuchika Okada cheats to defeat Dax Harwood, kicks him in the dick. Rainmaker after a pretty damn good wrestling match. I feel like they went, I don't know, something like, I didn't look at the time. It felt like 20 minutes. It had to be at least 25. Full length title match. Full lengthy overrun as they promised, a significant overrun. I think it ended at like 7:15 or something like that. So
it's a whole at least 15 minutes over.
Yeah, that's overrun. That's a whole ass. It's a whole ass half a fucking. That's a whole Cartoon Network show.
Goodness. Yeah, that was a whole episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Exactly. Fucking a whole episode of SpongeBob plus 5 minutes. So how do you feel? What the match ended with the Elites running out to beat on Dax Harwood's ass, and he gets saved by none other than Darby Allin wearing a pink jacket. Let's fucking go. This guy's a maniac, man. I feel like everybody everybody has probably said it by now, but Darby is a fucking nut. This guy comes in, his nose is broken still. His nose is actually broken. You can see it
I didn't
painted
even
under
notice
there.
the tape until now.
Yeah, it's still there. He's got he is the heart and soul, one of the heart and souls of AEW.
Absolutely.
So story wise, it makes a lot of sense. But I'm not a big fan of pulling guys in at 89% when they could wait until they're 100, especially when they have such a deep roster right now, people that aren't being used. I think it's interesting that somebody like Ricky Starks is sitting at home or being unused, and they were like, "Nah, we'll call Darby out the hospital."
Kenny Omega looked over from his hospital bed and is like, "You join the team."
Yeah. I don't know. There's like, I saw someone say, but it would have made zero sense for Ricky to be on Team AEW. I'm talking about Darby as a person that lives and walks, like an actual person that breathes.
A
So
human being that has
putting him in
receptors.
putting him in this match at his current health level is just interesting to me. It's weird. We've done it before. This is the first time they do it. They do it with Bryan. Bryan comes back halfway recovered, ready to fight all the time. It's a really weird. It gives me a really weird feeling.
Did Bryan have a broken orbital bone?
That man is up there with multiple broken bones, is my point, really. It didn't have to be Ricky Starks. I mean, there's probably other people it could be, but that's the one guy who has who I feel like sticks out as missing. Like, what the fuck are we doing with him?
It felt like the perfect opportunity to slip Moxley in there.
Moxley would have definitely made sense to me, especially since he's got the connection with Bryan, and because he's literally Mr. AEW. Doesn't get more AEW than him.
Like, who better than Kenny? Who better than for Eddie Kingston himself to call upon his boy John Moxley to take the step in there and to team up with guys, he's bled alongside, like FTR, and as well as his partner in the Blackpool Combat Club, Danielson.
Yeah, I'm saying then, but if FTR bleeds in the Anarchy in the Arena match, then that means they have to join BCC. So that's why they're trying to avoid that. They're trying to avoid that, actually. So Moxley is not allowed to bleed with fucking Dax or Cash.
John just predicted it.
Cash brings the heat.
No, I just thought it was interesting. I mean, it got a pop out of me. I heard his music and I was like, "Oh shit, he's back!" And then
I wasn't
live. I'm like, what the fuck? Then he says, after the show, I'm still broken. I was like, wait a minute.
The bus can't stop Darby, brother.
This is concerning. But all right, leave it the way it is.
Is it bad that right before he came out there, I had like a vision of like, even though he's retired, like I was picturing like the lights going off and then coming back up, and then you just hear it's Sting.
It's Sting.
Darby with Sting makeup on.
Darby with Sting makeup on, though. He should have adapted the Sting makeup, and he should bring a baseball bat everywhere he goes. There should be like something from Sting that got passed down to Darby that he can still use that isn't in the industry anymore. But
it would be too cool.
I guess so. But I mean, that's another, like, the fourth ending of Dynamite in a row that I felt like, okay, y'all are cooking. We're cooking. We're doing some great storytelling here. Double or Nothing is going to go pretty hard. I think this pay-per-view cycle has been a lot better than the Dynasty cycle leading into the show. It's just they've got what they want to do, and they've got all their players. And even when Eddie had to get switched out like that, they were able to switch in somebody that doesn't underwhelm and keeps the momentum going. So
it makes sense.
I think we're in for a great pay-per-view with some really good emotional involvement. So it's going to be interesting.
Plus, if anyone has a thing to go up against the Elite, it would be Darby of all people.
For sure. I mean, but he also just is like, it is straight up AEW. So like, I'm fine with that. I'm just like, that man is broken. Anyway, that's did you guys have any other thoughts on the closing of this show, the end of this show, before we bounce back to the beginning?
Bounce back to the front.
Honestly,
go ahead.
If I may, I'm not
May
surprised
not.
the Elite came sprinting down the ramp at the end. I'm not surprised about that. Like, as soon as the match ended, they went flying down the ramp.
Well, no, the one thing that's really cool about Kazuchika Okada being the Continental Champion is that he gets to be in this group where it makes all the sense for them to jump in, but the rules don't allow it. So he gets to go out there and have his Kazuchika Okada match. And if he decides to cheat in the match, that's on him. That's not something new or anything. He's done it before. But seeing people run in on a Kazuchika Okada match is nasty. I don't want to see this. It makes my dick flaccid, makes my stomach hurt. I don't want anything to do with that.
In case you guys want to know that.
No, yeah. I have no problem telling you that this does not make my blood flow. But like we said, as it's set up right now, I enjoy that shit. I really enjoy Kazuchika Okada going out there, having his 20 to 25 minute match and just having it. There's no fucking other American company where they just go out there and do it. We don't have to worry about the pay-per-view. Dax Harwood isn't going to be on fucking pay-per-view with you. Go out there and have your pay-per-view match with him right now. It's like, okay, fine. So yeah,
I was having a conversation with some people, and it feels like, based on the timeline that we have right now, if in the alternate universe where Cash went away for a little bit of time for things that aren't currently happening anymore, it feels like this was kind of like the placeholder for like, all right, we got to have something for Dax the Axe going solo just in case.
Just in case, you never know if Cash decides to whip it out again on the highway. Hey, hey, what the fuck are you looking at, motherfucker?
And let the record show, if you want to maintain blood flow or calm down while you're on the highway, make sure you go to monq.com, monk.com.
Oh
Absolutely, monk.com, promo code DSR10. Make sure you check that
off.
shit out. I agree, Billy Joe. The Toni Storm promo was dope. I really like that shit. What up, Tony? How you doing? So yeah, flip it back up to the beginning of the show. The show opened up with John Moxley and Bryan Danielson. That's right. It didn't play video, did they?
No video, nothing. They just went right to the wrestling, which
that was weird.
I'm not surprised because, number one, we don't want to make the Young Bucks intro completely stale. Number two, there's so much stuff on this show tonight. This is the first time I got to 2 pages on my list of notes here.
So a lot of shit on the show. But yeah, like I said, it didn't feel like it's going too long. It felt like it flowed.
Oh no.
I pretty much enjoyed most of it. We did open up with this great match.
This was a banger.
They had like the first few minutes, Bryan's music was still playing, so they did like that weird New Jack thing. But I was like, this is really weird when it's Bryan's music.
Journey with me into the mind of a maniac. I don't remember Danielson coming out to this song.
Bryan and Moxley pick up the win, obviously, because there was no other option there. But Takeshita comes out, attacks Jon Moxley, and it looks like we're going to do the Takeshita Moxley match at Double or Nothing. Which is, I mean, shit, I'm fine with that. That's a big match. That's gonna be great. What do you guys think about Takeshita versus Moxley and this opening match, Caesar?
Would it be for the belt, do you think? Or probably not? It would? Oh, okay.
Yes, it would.
I dig it.
Look at that.
Takeshita already did the hands above his stomach signal. That's the universal signal that the wrestler wants your belt. That's it. He wants the title.
Or else.
And then you'll get that discourse from the New Japan guys that are like, what did he do to deserve a title shot? And I was like, I don't know.
Maybe showed up and got a belt or a belt match. It's like,
brother, I don't want to hear shit out of y'all. You got Jon Moxley defending the fucking belt against Evil on your Dominion show of all people. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing.
Let's be comparing Evil to Takeshita.
I'd rather watch
shit. Oh, Tony, that is such a low tier joke. Don't ever do that again. Takeshita. I mean, it's it's kind it's halfway racist, Tony. Don't be racist.
Oh.
Halfway racist. Ever cancel?
He has his own cadence, Takeshita does, and I'm very okay with that because it makes him stand out even in a world where they don't have him on TV enough. He comes out and he does this. He comes out of nowhere, attacks Moxley. He's got way too much swag, way too much natural charisma. He's way too good in the ring. to only be making these small appearances as he does. Takeshita should be a focus on Dynamite. He should be one of the people who is regularly on the show. I hate that he disappears for so long, because it really gets I don't blame people when they ask questions like, why is he moving like that or whatever. It's because you don't fucking see him enough on TV. Like, of course you would ask that question.
You know what we need, right?
It's a failure on the part of the company, a big one.
Remember at the very start of the year when he just had that amazing banger of a match, not to recreate any memes going around, banger after banger after banger, but Takeshita just killing it every week. And then on top of that week where he just completely slaughtered Darby.
He had the match with Darby. He had the match with Ospreay. I mean, it's never his work that's the problem. It's always the booking, unfortunately, and it's not even the way he's being booked. It's the frequency, man. But yeah, man, I'll always complain about that until they fix it. God damn it!
Sadly,
that's the thing with those kind of enforcer-based characters in AEW is they really don't feature them prominently, nor in that spot that they should be. I mean, we'll get to that later, but like the Kill Switchosaurus barely gets featured. Brian Cage barely gets featured in those dominant roles.
Wardlow is another one.
Wardlow, yeah.
But you know what? It's one of those things where I think they're positioned in that spot because that's how they see them. Not because, like, with Wardlow, I thought maybe they were like doing some like the Batista thing, and he was gonna break out and be world champion or whatever, but it just never worked out that way. But everyone else, it's like when they put you in that heater role, it isn't because they have a plan for you later on. They just want you in that heater role.
Here's a spot for you.
Big boy.
Yeah, big boy, you sit right there. I don't think Takeshita should be anybody's fucking heater. That's ridiculous.
No.
But we'll get it. Tony says he would love take to go to WWE and be a student of Shinsuke Nakamura. That would stink. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Tony.
He said I would love to have an all Japanese faction that runs all over WWE. Do you have an issue with Damage Control? I like them very much.
Oh, because they have Dakota Kai. That's why.
I think they're fine.
Japanese.
Dakota Kai is from the South Pacific region of the world. I think
Japan's from the north.
I think she'll be okay.
Announced her citizenship.
Did she?
Traded in.
No.
I found out she was half Samoan. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Pretty cool. Anyway, this guy says get rid of Dakota. No,
what?
Stop it.
They already did that.
Rid of that negativity.
I love Dakota. King Coda. Anyway, we moved on from that. Adam Copeland is out to call out the House of Black, but they beat his ass. He ain't got no time for that shit.
Jumped.
They beat his ass. No call outs here. They jumped him. Kyle O'Reilly tries to come out and he gets killed.
Dude, Brody completely bodied KOR.
He fucking,
Dude, yeah.
I was like, I would not have gone to that ring. He made a bad decision.
About a chair,
why did you go in there? That monster is standing there ready to fucking eat you.
He's lucky he got the other two, and then Brody's just like, nope.
Yeah. Psych, bitch.
So they kill Adam Cope, absolutely murder. He's probably worse than any concerto. They just squish two chairs into the side of his head. Brody King squishes him from the front. What a fucking what a great way to kill someone.
Body weight and momentum.
And
he's
chairs.
Literally
he's
still
gone.
there.
That's it. There's not going to be a match anymore.
Later on in the night, Malakai Black. Well, I mean, they beat him up. They jumped in and they stole his wedding ring because later on in the night, Malakai Black is staring at it and he's all, "I'm gonna pawn this. I'm gonna pawn this." And
I'm gonna pawn this.
Yeah, I'm gonna pawn this.
I need protein.
An excellent 50.
Anyway, he accepts Edge's challenge for the barbed wire steel cage match at Double or Nothing. It's gonna be interesting. Edge has been having this run of just completely different matches all the time, and I'm glad to see it continue here with this out of the. Because you know what, Malakai Black says, like, I'm glad to see you've shown your real self, but like I'm like Adam Copeland, Edge. is not known for the barbed wire steel cage match. What the fuck are you talking about? If he had said Malakai Black, I challenge you to a TLC match, then I'd be like, all right, that's him. It's coming out. He's like, this is you. Who the fuck is he? JBL? Get out of here. Barbed wire steel cage match.
Remember the No Way Out 2005 logo that instead of the chains that it usually did, it was instead wrapped in barbed wire?
Do you remember when they gave away what the fucking match would be on the poster for No Way Out 2005? I don't know if 2005 it was already WWE magazine. I think it might have still been SmackDown magazine. But even if it wasn't, I had a magazine.
They still had the split because they still had that going during that Rumble where it was the
West Side Rumble. Yeah, that's right. Because the cover, the Raw magazine cover.
Yeah.
Anyway, they damn, I don't remember what we were talking about.
The barbed wire spoiler.
The logo.
The barbed wire spoiler.
Everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the logo. It was a whole ass poster of JBL.
Oh, we lost John.
No way.
Is it the poster of JBL like reaching over?
No indication. Oh,
There we
fuck
go.
me.
He's
I
back.
got lost in the internet. God damn it.
JBL reaching over the barbed wire.
It was him reaching over the barbed wire, climbing over it, actually, like
That's
escaped
right.
already. And I'm telling my fucking friends, I'm like, no, this is it's 2005. I'm already a little educated in wrestling a little bit. It's 2006, actually, because JBL was champion. And he won it he lost it in 2005. You're right.
No, 2005, No Way Out.
Yeah. 2005 No Way Out. I'm already a little educated in wrestling. I'm like, no, these posters, listen, they're not made to spoil. Of course, if I had thought twice, I'd be like, but there was that it has happened in the past. And yeah, it's completely spoiled the main event. Made me look stupid to all my friends. And I was like, no, this poster is not spoiling that. They wouldn't do
It's
that.
not real.
Yes, they did. Anyway, fucking barbed wire steel cage match. Adam Copeland and Malakai Black. What are y'all thoughts on this?
I'm just curious how it's going to end. Like, is he actually going to lose and join them? That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that was the forgotten part of it. If
That's
Cope
right.
loses, he has to bow before the House of Black.
Could he become the Brood Edge?
No, god damn it, no!
He finally got to feature him.
I guess.
I mean, Gangrel.
I mean, if that's where he wants to go, like this darkness that got sprayed at him has brought the Brood out and Gangrel's with him now, then I mean, fine. It
Let's go
matches
for
all
it.
the other shit that Malakai Black does. So,
Too
whatever.
bad him and
But-
Christian hate each other.
Hey, we got to get back to that already. I think Christian being involved with the Young Bucks is partly we've set that stone down the hill. Like Edge and Christian will be reunited at some point within the next year to take on the Young Bucks.
For the belts.
For the belts. They won't
And
win,
they were brothers.
but they might win. Honestly, that they were brothers. Remember that first they are brothers. They are brothers. Don't take that from them.
Ooh,
Anyway.
technically, we could always revive the new Brood and get Jeff Hardy in there.
Oh
Holy crap,
fuck!
every angle.
Oh fuck! Let him go. Just let him go. Just let him go. Don't keep him around any longer. Let him and Matt go back to WWE and show up in backstage segments every few fucking minutes or whatever.
Dancing down the ramp.
Matt
It makes
Hardy
them
looking
happy.
at Lars, being like, "It's him."
All right. So after that, we had the Young Bucks, as we talked about. They beat Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal in what I thought it was a great match. I just
Yeah,
did.
it was not bad.
There was no heat because nobody cared about the other
Did you
guys,
guys notice his
unfortunately.
eyes?
Oh, but remember, Christopher Daniels got that new theme song from Frankie Kazarian's band.
He did. I was like, why did he get new music? And they fired him. They came out. The Young Bucks come out and they win the match, and they're like, we're trying to clean up a toxic locker room, and you keep fucking it up. So you're fired. Security got rid of him. That's
cheesecake.
actually pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
Remember at the pay-per-view pre-show where Mike Sydal randomly came back?
He did. He used to be on Dark fairly regularly.
He was on Ring of Honor for like a week or two.
Not sure what happened. I think I'm better than this. Okay. All right then.
It's my time, or whatever his music says.
So yeah, Daniels is fired, and then we go backstage. We got the Elite telling us that Eddie Kingston is injured, to which Eddie Kingston did post a picture of himself on Instagram, broken. He's got a broken leg. He's smoking a blunt. He is out. I thought it might have been work. I was like, they're just fucking around, and then no, they replaced him with Darby Allin.
Found out.
So they actually did replace him. There was no work.
Injured.
Don't forget too, around this time we had the Young Bucks Reebok commercial.
That's right. They got a shoe now. It kind of looks like a little fake Jordan.
And they beat up the Dark Order, and we featured them for the first time in years on Dynamite.
That's right. Tony says, "Where is Motor City Machine Guns?" That's a good question. I don't have a clue though. Remember, it was never announced that they were hired. It was just people being nosy and talking about shit they don't have context for.
Where's Shelton Benjamin?
Right?
They dropped his ass like a bag of rice. No, it's fucked up. Tony Storm cuts a promo on Serena Deeb saying basically that Serena Deeb is going to leave Las Vegas like every other degenerate, flatten her back with an ass in her face, wondering where all her
the dignity went.
Dignity. Oh,
he's back.
God damn it!
I got
what sucks is that then all the graphics get stuck because I can't take them away. I'm not here. Anyway, she says the damn thing about Serena Deeb bars, basically. Fucking, she said you're not gonna leave Las Vegas with any championship. You're leaving like every other degenerate, flattening your back with an ass in your face, and wondering where all your dignity went. So I said, that's great.
What Oliver Kishi's opponents used to say.
That's fucking great. We follow that up with Hook comes out and beats a local jobber.
Hey, and that is not just any local jobber. That is Sebastian Wolf, the big bad wolf.
The big bad wolf. He was dressed like a total jobber. I was like, why did he dress like a jobber? Just because you're gonna play local talent doesn't mean you have to wear the 1990s cruiserweight WCW I'm not here to win jobber outfit.
What are you talking about? I didn't see a single satin jacket on that man.
Ooh.
No disco ball in the air. What the hell? Anyway, Hook comes out and he beats the big bad wolf, Sebastian Wolf. He calls Jericho out. Jericho tells him, this isn't a fighting moment. This is a teaching moment. It's like it's a learning moment. It's like, this is great. You son of a bitch. This is great.
Remember, too, they came out the face tunnel and they were just given nonstop smiles, waves. They were given thumbs up. They were pointing to the audience. They are here for you and me.
I think they're politicians.
Just like Cody.
Just like Cody, the Republican WWE champion presidential candidate. Fuck. We were talking about, you said, look at Hook's legs, skinny as hell. That is not a substantial comment. I will ignore it.
Upset.
He beats on Jericho, basically. He doesn't want to hear none of that shit. Big Cass takes him out. I think he busted Jericho with the mic.
Yeah, and he bopped him with it. Bop it.
It was loud, too.
He busted his ass. Busted him
we appreciate the visual, too, of... Remember, the FTW title was basically AEW's hardcore title, and the champion that is holding the now named For the World title, Jericho, was crying after seeing his blood. I really appreciate that little aspect of it. That was fun.
It's for the world, you see.
Championship.
For the world championship. Anyway.
Just when we thought that was a bad amount of blood, get ready for later.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right. Swerve takes on Brian Cage, which, first of all, top tier match. I love this shit. They were wrestling. They were fucking wrestling. I think
killing each other.
I wish this is the one time I wish I had the commercial break, because I was watching and I saw as soon as they came back from commercial, Brian Cage does a damn he powered Swerve into the ring from outside with that insane suplex. So it's like he yanked him out of the ad break. Yeah. But I didn't get that. I didn't get that effect, unfortunately. Swerve wins the match. He goes to break Brian Cage's arm, and he's interrupted by Christian, or distracted by Christian. Fucking then Nick Wayne hits Swerve in the dick, and then busts him over the head with a framed picture of his family, which busted Swerve open. You see that line right there coming from his eyebrow? That is a stream of blood and just pouring out of this man's head. It didn't look like. I was like, why did he bleed on his eyebrow? But then I thought, no, he must have got fucking cut with the damn glass.
Yeah.
Like shit. That was
Remember,
bad.
too, that's the part of the eyebrow that when you get hardweight.
Yep. It's fucking. It was like a bag of blood just busted open. It was a sick visual. Christian takes
It's literally like you said, like a bag of blood that you just like take a pin and just
bleeding all over the place. It was actually pretty visceral, pretty nasty.
It was.
Christian comes and he rubs this photo of Swerve's family on his head, and he tells him, "Would your daughter be proud of you?" She would ask you, excuse me. She would your daughter be proud of? Would you fuck my life? I'm having a stroke.
I'll miss time when he's gone.
I'm literally dying.
Oh, there goes the show.
You want to prevent dying? Make sure you go to monk.com. Use promo code DSR10.
He fucking said, "You're an absentee dad," which is a reference to, I guess, a little bit of a real life thing that people have said about Swerve that I'm not so sure they know about. So I was interested. I was like, oh shit, Christian brought that up. I've heard people say these things, but I never.
Oh, we lost John again.
Yeah.
I'll miss him. This is where it's finally taken him.
It's over.
God damn it! God
That was
damn
a stream, folks.
I was trying to say people be talking shit about Swerve's life, but they don't really know much about, real people's lives. They just know what they see on TV. So I didn't really listen to it. But hearing Christian bring up the absentee father thing, I thought was funny. I was like, oh shit, that's interesting. It's like the reverse "your dad is dead" thing. It's actually you're a bad dad. You're a bad father. You're alive, but you suck. That makes you worse. Like, oh shit. That's actually a babyface thing, Christian. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where the face turn happens. So we can help Adam Copeland against House of Black.
He says, how does TBS tolerate this trap? What are you talking about? Does blood bother you, Tony? Are you a little squeamish? Jesus says, stay being cooked. Hey, fuck you, okay? This internet is fucked up out here. I hate AT&T.
Everyone's just getting on John's case.
Wayne did get his leg back. Again, these are all things that Swerve, he brought it upon himself.
Absolutely. In my notes here, I literally have in parentheses about the 8x10 getting broken over his head by Nick Wayne. In parentheses, I put, he kind of had that coming.
He did. He absolutely did.
Basically the same thing he did to Nick Wayne in the gym.
That's great storytelling, though. I love it.
Is.
My McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Well,
Fuck you, Jesus.
Thanks. Hey,
I just bring my whole setup to the McDonald's corner like the meme.
This is the parking lot.
Hey, if you got that free Wi-Fi,
we're gonna make DSR happen one way or another.
Mac attack. No, but like that was the thing. I completely lost my train of thought there because I was just thinking now of how good a Big Mac would be right now. And when you go to McDonald's, make sure you use promo code DSR.
Someone's gonna try it now.
One day.
Hey, if you're interested, McDonald's, I am interested, McDonald's. Hey, you know what?
Literally, pay me a Big Mac. That's all I
for a
want.
10-piece.
You know what? All of you should sign into my McDonald's app and give me your points.
Right now. Right now.
Give me your points. Anyway, fucking
we
we're not sponsored by them.
I wish. Can we appreciate that Swerve during the match itself was able to just physically lift up like it was nothing, just the machine without the machine really helping him. And they brought up too my goat Swerve deadlifting 600 pounds in the military.
That's all, right?
That's right. JR had mentioned that they should put more focus on Swerve's past in the military because you barely know that about him. And it's like, I don't want to accidentally turn him into a patriotic character either, so I can see how that works. Sue says, imagine crying over blood when you got it through an attitude and ruthless. Yeah, it'd be that way. It's a new generation, and they're used to seeing their plastic, clean, produced wrestling style on TV. And this is new. This is better. It's rough. I don't like it. Not just because it's blood. Again, I mean, I've always said this about AEW is the thing I like about this company is it's the wrestlers company. It's the wrestlers promotion. It's where the wrestlers can do the wrestling thing without having to worry too much about capitalism. It is what it is. I mean, they're still in the business of trying to make money, but they generally do put the product, the wrestling first. Whereas, you know, in other places, it just don't work that way. A business is a business, and it has to be run like a business. A little colder, if you will. But yes, we follow that with the I don't know what the fuck came next. That's right.
The Hook and Shibata interview.
Oh, that's right. Shibata and Hook are arguing over who gets to fight Jericho. Samoa Joe comes out,
storming in there.
He's like, Hook, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a loser now. Well, I didn't leave you like this when I put you over.
Yeah, Joe be calling both Shibata and Hook out just because they're not dangerous enough.
But it's what Shibata said after.
Oh, Shibata with the wreck of the century going onto the phone, getting the translate going. Boom. He's too large to be wearing a floral pattern. That was the best. I burst out laughing. Oh, my goodness.
Didn't Renee respond too after that?
Did she? I was too busy laughing.
I could have swore she said something like, get rid of the shirt or something like that.
No, she didn't say anything. She would never. She just kind of reacts. She always does a reaction with her face to tell you how she feels, but she doesn't speak afterwards unless they insult her or they, you know, insult Moxley and they tell her, I'm going to kick your husband's ass or something like that. That's usually how that goes. She just made a face like, oof, flower shirt.
Floral pattern, man.
Great stuff. Like I said, Shibata's Google Translate Shibata's Google Translate thing is excellent. Great TV.
It's amazing. I love it.
I still think it'd be insane if we found out he actually can speak fluent English. That would be wild.
I mean, hey, I just appreciate the fact he doesn't type anything in. It's just ready to go. He just boom.
Yeah, that's actually great. Just
because like to me, I'm just thinking of the aspect that would be he knows what the other person's going to say already, so he just. And that's why he's the wrestler, because he can easily predict everyone in the human game of chess, as Larry Zbyszko, very underrated commentator, used to always say.
Ooh.
Larry Zbyszko, my GOAT, my legend.
Let's see.
John, are you back?
I think we lost him for a minute. Should we go to
the
next match?
I miss John, but hey, the show must go on. So Toni Storm, the timeless one, takes on Harley Cameron in what was actually a very good match. I appreciated this match. Serena Deeb came out onto the stage to watch the match transpire. I'll go.
That guy in the background.
Shout out to Larry Zbyszko, by the way. Yeah, Larry is my man. He's the best. But yeah, Timeless Toni Storm and Harley Cameron went on, and actually what was not a bad match. I really enjoyed these two wrestling together. Toni Storm defeats Harley Cameron. Caesar, what did you think of this match?
I was trying to figure this out in the chat, but no one answered me. What the hell was the point of calling it a grudge match? Like, was it going to make it like more violent, more color, or was it just a title? Because I thought it was kind of strange when they said that, and nothing too crazy happened in the match.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong. Grudge match is when you kind of have a grudge against the other wrestler.
Somebody usually brings out a weapon and starts.
I'm alive.
Hey, he's back. You missed the whole.
What are
episode.
you saying about grudge matches? What in the WWF Raw one is this?
John's timing. No, I was just getting at the point of like I thought there'd be some kind of a little bit of violence going on besides the obvious stuff.
Violence.
No, grudge matches don't usually involve no DQ. It just. I mean, they don't even have a name. They usually aren't a thing that has it's just kind of a way to refer to a singles match that has a previous history. Like, I mean, I can't remember what fucking video game it was, but that's where I know it from. It's like when you don't have a title match, you just have a grudge match with this asshole.
I missed. That was such like an old school wrestling thing. Was having the event of your weekly program be a grudge match. That's something I am glad that they have brought back into the fold. I guarantee too that was a Turner Network call.
Hey, we like that grudge stuff. Fuck yeah. But what was after that Toni Storm segment? Oh, fuck. It was pretty much almost done here. We
Ospreay
had
and Roddy.
The no
Ospreay.
contact interview.
No contact.
What's her
segment.
name, by the way? Have we figured that out yet?
I don't know who this lady is. I
She's
never met
new.
this
Say
lady.
her name so fast.
They're just like, that's all they say.
It's Dasha's replacement. She's here live.
Hey, Dasha.
They had this segment. Will Ospreay tells Roddy, "Why are you trying to goad me into using the Tiger Driver? Do you want me to break your neck? Are you stupid?" And he says,
That's
"I don't think you ever respected me in Ring of Honor, PWG, nowhere we win." Roddy's like, "You're damn right I didn't. You're a fucking loser. You have everything, but you don't use it the way I would." Essentially, that's a paraphrased version of what they were talking about. But yeah, it was a decent segment. Ospreay had a damn good showing here. His promos are great. He comes off like the guy. I was severely missing him tonight, and I felt like this wasn't enough of Will Ospreay on TV, but he has a match on Saturday at Collision, which is once again 3 hours long. They are very comfortable with that 3-hour Collision thing, and I know it's preemption, but I do wonder exactly how much they enjoy that. Like, I think we might be stuck here.
The good news, though, is if you're looking for plans on a Saturday night, you got 3 hours of wrestling.
Larry, this guy, not Larry. Tony is funny because he's like, Harley is hot, but we can't really focus on those comments. Tony, there's a little bit more stuff to talk about when it comes to women's wrestling these days, and we probably don't want to be the one group of people who are still back there.
I do want to. Yes, Caesar.
I did some awesome searching, and I found out what the hell her name was. Ready for this?
Yes.
Her name is Arcady Ora. Not.
Is that the name they gave her on TV, or is that the name her mother gave her?
I'm going to go one of the names of all time.
Click here now to our Patreon wall to find out their actual name. And for the extra episode.
So we hit our base. Oh, Nick, you were going to say something?
Oh, yeah. But like 2 things I wanted to say about this segment in particular. The first, I really appreciated the way they did that just like single shot camera work, where when it was time for someone to talk, they would just go into that direction of that person. And then when it was time for the next one, you'd zoom over and it was completely different feel. You got Ospreay just standing there like the star on his own. And then you had Roddy with all his boys backing him up. I really appreciated the way that they did that with the different camera angles. The second point, I really like this new aspect that they were kind of discussing a little bit here, and maybe I might be reading a little too much into this, but I'm really liking the direction of Ospreay's story becoming one of him being this young up-and-coming star who all these older established veterans keep talking down to, keep saying that, oh, kid, you're getting too dangerous. You got to calm it down. And he's just coming out like, no, I'm going to prove all of you wrong. I'm going to prove why this style works for me. I'm going to prove why I am the best. I'm going to prove why I deserve to be a champion. And that whole aspect of his story is something that I really like, and I hope I'm not reading too much into it when it came down to that, but I really enjoyed that.
I've enjoyed that about his whole run so far. Like you said, it's been his overarching story is just him proving himself to old people over and over again. Even within the Bryan Danielson Will Ospreay match, the story of the match saw Bryan trying to force him to rest, like he's trying to force him down, like basically yank him out the sky and force him to ground with him and wrestle. And Ospreay's like, I'm gonna do more cool shit. Fucking do a fucking flip. And it's awesome. It is awesome. But they won't see that. You see, Bubba Ray's gonna come on tomorrow, and he's not gonna see that a story is being told, because I didn't see anybody fuck anybody's wife. I didn't see a dog get kicked yesterday. I didn't get a stupid, simple, low IQ segment to point it out and spoon feed it to me. So there can't be a story here. Yeah, so you can't blame the guy taking that many chair shots. Anyway, but
I will say, which is really surprising, especially because how Ospreay is building up this whole thing going on right now, is the fact that Ospreay has this massive aura on the one side of the screen by himself, that the 4 of them on the other side haven't even touched as a faction. You guys notice that?
What was that? I'm sorry. I didn't. I think I lost.
I was saying that, like, when you see that interview, on the one side, Ospreay has this massive, big time feel by himself, but then you go to the other side with like the Undisputed Kingdom, and it doesn't seem as big as like him, and he's by himself, and there's 4 of them. Like, isn't that nuts?
That's kind of the way it was shot for, like Nick said, for that very reason, just to give you that feeling, to make you feel like Ospreay is a big deal. You know what's funny? As we asked for her name or whatever, she ended up on my feed like 2 seconds later. Her whole account is on my feed. I was like, what the fuck?
Big brother.
Arcady
Brother.
Unterline. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck this name up. She's a Highland Games athlete, but her name is Arcady Unterliedner.
That's like Undertaker scrambled up.
Arcady Undertaker synonym. No.
They said Arcady Aura.
She is ripped. But yeah, great stuff.
She's kind of fun.
Great stuff. We followed this Ospreay segment up with what was probably my favorite segment of the night, Mercedes and Willow's contract signing. I was not ready to enjoy this as much as I did. Willow goes out there.
How I felt.
She cuts this fucking excellent promo, babyface promo. She's like, listen, this is about the legacy of pro wrestling on TBS that I now represent. And I was like, fuck yeah, Willow. And Mercedes says, she laughs in her face, what fucking legacy, compared to my legacy, which is great fucking heel work. The crowd is booing. Mercedes ends up saying, I'm going to walk out of Double or Nothing as the champion. And then Willow tells her, last time we met, I walked out as champion and you didn't walk out at all. And I was like, fucking Willow, yes, Willow,
Bars.
Yes. Mercedes slaps Willow. Willow gives it a doctor bomb through the fucking table. Great shot, great promo, great moment. All people involved should be proud of their fucking work here. Mm-hmm. Mercedes was a great heel for Willow to bounce off of. Willow is just such a great baby face. God damn it.
She's so bubbly.
She is, but it's not just that, because you can be bubbly. I mean, there's been many bubbly wrestlers who just don't translate to television that well. And Willow comes out and she can be bubbly and happy, but if she gets angry, I would be scared of her. Because she got slapped and she powerbombed this bitch through a table. Ain't no more fucking unicorns and jokes. You slapped me.
Hey, listen, remember, when you look at her Contron at that video when she enters in, you got all the, fun, like ponies and balloons and confetti when it comes to the Willow part. But then the Nightingale, that's done in pure death metal fun.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's so cool.
That's the Jekyll Hyde aspect for Willow Nightingale.
Part of me wants to. I want to see her win. I want to see her win. I want to see her beat Mercedes and retain the title. But it also doesn't make sense. That's like my kid. That's just my heart. Like, I would like to see Willow win, but it doesn't make any real sense for her to win here. I think to complete that Mercedes heel turn, now you would need her to take the belt from this bubbly babyface that everybody likes, because that's not something that's unpleasant. It makes me feel bad. I can't believe that happened. Not only that, there's just so much more story potential with Mercedes. I would prefer she robs Willow. I prefer they take each other to the limit, and then she feels like I have to rob her now. I can't win again. She's gonna break my leg or whatever fucking heel logic she can come up with. But I need her to cheat Willow out of this, because I don't want Willow to lose to Mercedes flat out. I never wanted to this day. CM Punk pinning Hangman. One of the stupidest fucking decisions this company has ever made. Not even because of what happened after
over these shows,
all that shit, but because you put this fucking WWE guy over the star you were building for the last 2 or 3 years. And it just wasn't the same after that. You basically pinned your main character, your main AEW character, for a fucking nostalgia trip. Which I see the similarity here with Mercedes coming in and Willow being a full-on AEW project. Came up from dark, became champion and all that shit. But because you're gonna go with Mercedes as a heel, I think it works a lot better than CM Punk just conquering Hangman Adam Page like fucking stupid.
And that killed all that momentum that we've established from the very beginning.
Of the company. Like,
I have to say something very important here.
Do it.
When we mentioned CM Punk again.
You can't keep getting away with it.
The past 20 minutes or something.
No.
Yes, to say the name and I'll do it.
What's that?
Since Mercedes got completely obliterated, I mean powerbombed in that segment, would you say now that she's maybe gotten clearance, like she's cleared for action?
I don't know that taking a powerbomb. I don't know that taking a powerbomb requires much heel work, like actual heel work, not like bad guy work, like work on your heels in the back of your foot. I don't know, but I imagine this close to the show, she's got to be cleared by now.
I don't know, because we did see Darby get added to the main event.
That's right.
Yeah, no shit.
Tony's like, listen, did you see Darby Allin out there? I want to explain something to you, Miss Mercedes. You're wrestling.
He can't walk and wrestle. Someone here's lying.
Literally being held together by duct tape.
Greg, what's up?
Is that Greg?
That's Greg. We're gonna see him later. Greg says, I love Punk and I typically despise Hangman, and even I know that was a poor move. Hangman couldn't lose the belt that way after 3 years of his BS. It's regular fucking storytelling. We focused our whole book on this main character, and then
specifically,
unless you're a shonen anime where you want to establish a new, stronger character, which is what you do, then that shouldn't have happened, because now you've established this broken old man over your young, hot main star. It was always a Dr. Bomb, Greg. Anyway, that was definitely my segment, my favorite segment of the night. What did y'all think?
Willow putting the CEO through a conference room table. That was iconic.
Happy. I was so happy that happened. The table spot. I don't really care about the rest of the segment. That's my opinion on that one. The match itself, though, will be interesting. Was it like 2 weeks still? 1 week, 2 week?
2 episodes of Dynamite, 11 days until the pay-per-view, which will be a double fucking pay-per-view weekend. Double or nothing is right. We got the damn WWE show on Saturday, King and Queen of the Ring, and then Sunday, AEW Double or Nothing. So if you're listening now, that is 8 goddamn podcasts in a 7-day week. In 2 weeks. So enjoy it. Not even in 2 weeks. Next week.
WrestleMania season all over again.
Basically, Monday you got Raw. Tuesday you got NXT. Wednesday you got the Dynamite post show. Thursday you got Impact. Friday SmackDown. Saturday King and Queen of the Ring. Sunday 3NT Wrestling and the AEW Dynamite post show.
Ooh, don't forget about the Dirt Sheet Radio flagship show.
Flagship every single Wednesday. That's 9 streams. Thankfully, none of them double up, except for the 3NT and AEW Double or Nothing. But that shouldn't be an issue because those guys take care of their own stuff. They're great at it. But yeah, man, that is AEW Dynamite tonight. AEW. Now, fellas, Jobber of the night. Brought to you by Monk.com. Promo code DSR 10. Woo! Jobber of the night. 10%. Who did we have? Caesar? I see you looking at your book fairly hard.
I'm looking at blank pages.
God damn it.
I'm thinking here.
Just like my therapist.
My therapist is an alcohol bottle.
Oh, God.
My therapist vanished when I took my schizophrenia medication.
That gives you...
Just like my friends.
That alcohol bottle makes me send texts I regret.
But it makes the phone calls go away.
It's not even a fucking regretful text. Like, I shouldn't have sent that. It's like, how did I embarrass myself? I exposed too much. What was I thinking? She'll never see me as a man again. No.
I just couldn't stop talking about Swerve deadlifting 600 pounds in the military.
But look at this motherfucker. Let me just send you the gif again.
So why would Mike Sydal come back on a pay-per-view and we never feature him again?
Please stop calling this number.
That was your Uber driver one time.
Like 3 years ago.
Jobber of the night.
Oh, what a pick.
Nick, did you have one?
I want to just make sure that we could just take the easy route of Sebastian Wolf off the table. No disrespecting
Yes.
the big bad wolf. We're taking that off the table.
Sebastian Wolf is not allowed.
No, not at
That
all.
was John's first pick, wasn't it?
I will be saying for my pick, I gotta go with Christopher Daniels, man. Lost that job live on the air, taken out security style. Goodbye, fallen angel. And you just got a new theme song. How could you?
Man, that was pretty fucked up.
This is all his fault.
I guess my jobber of the night will have to be not it's gonna be Mercedes Mone. Whoa.
Damn it!
Let me explain why. And it goes a little deeper than I don't like Mercedes, because I love Mercedes. I
She's his favorite.
genuinely and honestly believe she is one of the best women's wrestlers to come out of the 21st century. And I'll stand on that business. I'll argue with anybody for hours and I'll hit you with facts over and over and over again.
Facts.
Like,
She's
actually hit
coming-
you.
She's coming to AEW, and her promos have been exposed because they just have her every week cutting these promos because she can't wrestle, and so we kind of exposed her as having this WWE cadence compared to everyone else on the show, and it doesn't come across the same. So it was more of the same tonight, where thankfully it worked for what we were trying to do with Willow here, but it still doesn't feel as natural as what Willow was saying. Willow kind of came across so much more natural tonight, so much better in the promo, when that shouldn't be. Mercedes has been in the business for a lot longer. She has a lot more experience, and that shouldn't have happened. So that's why she is my jobber of the night tonight.
Okay,
These are your times now.
you guys had brought up names, and all of a sudden I was just like, man, I should have picked those. And I was like, I'm an idiot. But this was going to be a surprising one, and I'm going to go into hiding if I have to after making this pick. Because if he's watching our show, that's awesome. But I'm also scared and terrified. Samoa Joe. Why?
Ooh.
How does the computer rip into you on live TV? Like, come on.
Hey,
Of
computer
all
beat the
things.
Soviets at chess.
I think that all people with Pacific Island heritage should be able to wear flower shirts however they want. Mostly because they're all much larger than me, and I don't have the balls to tell them no.
That's just my 2 cents on that one, at least.
All right, so megastar of the night, Caesar. You just went. We'll let you go again.
Oh, thanks for the honor.
Double tap, double on nothing.
Not gonna lie, I'll give it to Malakai Black. I'm interested in what they're doing with it right now.
Malakai Black. I am
Yeah.
more interested in seeing if he's going to take the pin at the pay-per-view, because I'm starting to get very suspicious of this man and his inability to lose. I was like, okay, we're doing this show. We're doing Dynasty. The TNT title is not on the line, and they're in a 6-man. That's weird. Okay. Fine, they're gonna do double or nothing. It'll be a singles match, and then Edge, he has to win there, so there'll be no getting out of that corner. And then they announce a barbed wire steel cage match, and I'm like, hold the fuck,
With the extra stipulation. Too.
hold the fuck on. Like, are they about to do this bitch ass not pin Malakai Black, but Edge still wins thing? Dude, the AEW cage matches don't even have escape rules, right?
No, they don't.
Nope.
They don't.
They don't.
If you leave the cage, leave the cage. That's it.
God, they added such a crazy step over it though that I'm like, are we really about to avoid
I'm
Malakai
excited.
Black getting pinned? Because if he doesn't get pinned on that day, I'm really gonna start calling bullshit.
John's gonna phone AEW.
Protect
He's
at all
gonna
costs.
phone them and complain.
My precious.
Oh my god.
Nick, who's your megastar of the night?
Ooh, man. Wait, shouldn't it be your turn?
Oh yeah, fuck. My megastar of the night is Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale, man, this is one of the best moments of her fucking career. I am so happy for her. I am so happy for her. It's not just winning the title, it's just the whole presentation of her here tonight, man. She came out alone. She didn't have any of the Stokely Chris stuff going on. She just came out and she showed why she should be one of the, and I believe if they play their cards right, she could be one of the biggest baby faces in the damn company. She could be one of the biggest stars in the company if they played their cards right and they moved on from this Mercedes feud in the right way. I don't know what that is. I don't book shows. I don't run a company, but I know I know I'll feel it. I'll feel it in my heart if it's the right move. Nick, who's your megastar of the night?
All right, listen. It's really hard to pick. I'm going to go with double or nothing. I'm going to go with double picks. Number one, got to always give it to my man, Will Ospreay. Looked like a star up against 4 guys they were trying to establish for how many years now? So Ospreay is totally the GOAT right there. And when it comes down to GOATs, I also got to give it to my man, Shibata. The fact that this guy came out in 2024, which at a certain point in time is crazy to still think about. The wrestler comes out and has just been getting all these huge cheers, which is just absolutely awesome. Because I know there's a lot of people afraid that, Shibata's not going to really translate to this audience, but no, he was cheered. Really, he's a fan favorite. Everyone loves him. They love the translate thing. And that stole the show for me was when he did that moment against Joe. So I dug that. I'm going to be going with Ospreay and Shibata.
Shibata.
The wrestler and the Billy Goat.
We talked about this a little bit, but dare I say, let's bring in a third little segment here.
Ooh,
the segment of the night.
Oh yeah, this was I already gave y'all mine. Oh, Mercedes and Willow Nightingale, just full on my favorite segment of the night because it did so much for Willow, and I'm here for it.
We're doing this, eh?
Kind of threw that out there.
I won't lie, I was pretty stoked on the Okada and Dax match.
I dig that.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Even though they had the stupid picture-in-picture segment, but that's AEW for you.
Sorry, guys. We got that Fight TV life over here. Never get no ads, never get no picture-in-picture. We getting full matches, boy.
John's at the actual arena.
You're in Canada. You have Fight TV too. What the fuck are you using or whatever?
Triller. It's actually Triller.
Because this is Triller.
It is Triller. It's Triller. It is Triller. I don't respect that shit.
I hate it too. Trust me.
You have Triller though. You should be. You shouldn't be suffering through picture-in-picture breaks. Use that shit.
I'm watching this thing called a TV in my living room. I know.
That's what I do. Do you know how to stream, sir?
Sir, I don't know how to use a computer.
Oh God.
What's a cable?
And this is why Shibata was my megastar. I gotta go segment of the night. Speaking of which, this is where the benefit of picture-in-picture comes in. You got to have a great match like a Swerve and a Bryan cage. He's taking on one cage so he can prepare to fight another cage later. That's just pure long-term storytelling, and it's just as good as Cage lifting up Swerve from the picture-in-picture and slamming him onto the main screen.
It's a cage fighting a cage in a cage.
Exactly. So
we missed it. We lost Ethan Page.
Oh,
he's in catering.
Hangman Page, and then Diamond Dallas Page left, and he went back to WWE. Rage in the Cage featuring
Cagey Rage
on the stage. The stage of Rage. Do you guys remember that SmackDown stage, the stage of Rage, where it was like the SmackDown fist that they sold for like a very limited time that no one could find anywhere?
That actually reminds me, weren't they making a Streets of Rage movie with the creator of John Wick?
Were they?
Yeah, absolutely. Because he got he left the John Wick franchise. I think there was like creative differences. He wanted it to he wanted it to go one way. They wanted it to turn into a franchise. You know how that goes.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right, that's the show.
Woo!
We did it.
We did it, folks. We did it. That is AEW Dynamite's post-show rewind presented by Dirt Sheet Radio and powered by comicbookclick.com/Dirt Sheet Radio. Comicbookclick.com/Dirt Sheet Radio is where we fucking go to do whatever we want because there's no social media overlords to stop us from posting all the news in the world.
Those are some pretty cool writers they got on there.
They do. They're called John Escudero and Nick Larocco. Let's fucking go. We are busting our ass to get those stories up to you. They're up there. Admittedly, lately I have been very busy, so I've only been able to get the most important stories up. But you will see an influx of regular old content back as we settle back into our places in life. But if you are interested in writing news for us, you can always contact our Dirt Sheet Radio inbox and email and prove that you are literate.
Specifically.
No, that's a big one. That's a deal breaker. Nick, do you want to tell us about the Cold Case Project?
Yes. My brother Tony runs the Cold Case Project. It is a channel on YouTube that focuses on all kinds of disappearances, murders, and other cold cases. Right now, let's see what content has popped up on there. We have 3 forgotten mysterious cold cases. It's a 45-minute video, but if you're into more of the long-standing binge-worthy content, maybe you're of the type that want to fall asleep to true crime. Hey, I'm not one to judge. You can do that too. There's hour-long, 2-hour-long, hour-and-a-half videos. You name it, it's on there. There's even a few, I think he's got a few that are like even 8 to 10 hours long for when you really want to get a good night's sleep. So go check out Cold Case Project. All right.
My bad. Make sure you catch the Major Issue Show every single Thursday morning. We're really covering all types of superhero content, and specifically this month it is Annie May. So they are covering all types of superhero anime, which is totally, I've won them against it, but they're there. You won't catch me advocating for a superhero anime ever, but you will catch them
The best
enjoying
superhero is
it
Goku.
and talking about it and having fun and breaking it down in the way only Major Issues on Comic Book Click can. And that's pretty much us, man. That's us for the week. And I guess I'll do this. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Later.
Later.
Oh, yes.
Han Solo dies.